WrestleMania 38 is going to be 2 nights, and the WWE still could not figure out a way to include their mid-card champions on the show. The United States Champion Finn Balor will not be competing at WrestleMania for the 3rd year in a row. Balor missed the biggest event in 2020, then he missed it again in 2021, and it looks like it's going to happen yet again this year. That is just unbelievable stuff. Finn Balor has truly been one of, if not the most, mistreated WWE wrestlers in the history of the WWE altogether. Once upon a time, Finn Balor was a decorated star in New Japan under the name of Prince Devitt. It's quite interesting to see how WWE really ruined someone with this much potential. New Japan understood the value of Prince Devitt and even had him become the original leader of the Bullet Club. That is how monumental and important Finn Balor was. Before AJ Styles showed up to Japan to take over the group, it was Finn Balor. And that is the exact same reason why Triple H signed him to a contract and brought him over to NXT. Hunter did not waste any time. The man knew that Balor was a star, and he was quickly pushed into the main event title picture and dominated NXT. The Demon character made him even more marketable for the main roster for all those merchandise sales. Like literally, Vince McMahon had a layup that Triple H threw up to him and he missed it anyways. He airballed badly. To be fair though, you gotta admit that Vince McMahon must have seen something in him in order to crown him as the first ever Universal Champion. Regardless of what he saw in him in 2016, McMahon never really put him in a position to succeed ever again. Balor has still been in decently big feuds over the course of the last 5 years. There was that rivalry with Bray Wyatt, which was pretty cool. The Brock Lesnar storyline was interesting despite it lasting only about a month. Triple H bringing him back to NXT was probably the best thing to happen to his WWE career. Finn Balor really rejuvenated his career and put on some banger matches while carrying NXT just for a little bit. I even thought that his most recent big feud with Roman Reigns was good stuff. It is very clear that Finn Balor has a lot to bring to the table. I don't think he should honestly be in the world title picture as of right now. Brock Lesnar's been busy with the WWE title, and Roman Reigns is putting on the best championship reign in the history of the business. The United States Championship is actually perfect for Finn Balor. When he won it, I was ecstatic mostly because it gives him something to do. I also feel like the WWE has done an excellent job at fixing the reputation of that belt. When they redesigned it, a lot of big names had the title. Bobby Lashley, Matt Riddle, Sheamus, and Damian Priest were some good champions throughout that time. The WWE also had some decent booking for those wrestlers while they were holding the title, and that right there gave me hope. It made me think that the same thing would apply to Finn Balor. I was unfortunately wrong. The WWE not booking a match for Finn Balor and his US title at WrestleMania is an indication that they simply just don't care about him or the belts. The title doesn't mean enough to them to include him on the biggest wrestling show of the year. This is at an event that is literally going to be 2 days long. This is at an event where Logan Paul, Johnny Knoxville, and Pat McAfee all have matches, but Finn Balor, the US champion, does not. It just doesn't make sense. I just want WWE to make it make sense. Don't get me wrong, I have no problem with those celebrities wrestling the weekend. I've been a big advocate for the company to keep calling in celebrities because it is good for business. However, I don't like it when WWE makes those celebrities their priority ahead of the mid-card champions. For instance, just picture a world where Vince McMahon does not book the IC champion to compete at WrestleMania, let's say 13. That would mean that The Rock would not get his time to shine in front of millions of people watching all around the world, and the same idea applies to Finn Balor. WWE just does not have a solid excuse for this happening. They literally just booked a random tag team match for no reason whatsoever between The New Day and Sheamus and Ridge Holland. Like, what was the purpose of that? I don't get it. It did not need to be on the card over Finn Balor and the US title. Bobby Lashley versus Omos is another match that was not booked until yesterday. Vince McMahon is thinking about everyone but his mid-card champions. Instead, Finn Balor is going to be at SmackDown competing for the Andre the Giant trophy. They really couldn't even put that match on WrestleMania's match card. Like I said, this does not make sense. The WWE has been doing Finn Balor dirty for his entire career on the main roster. They should be ashamed. He deserves so much better. What's even worse than the way that they treated Finn Balor is the way that they've been treating the other mid-card champion, Ricochet. It is honestly even more upsetting what this man has been going through. After winning the IC title a few weeks ago, people had hope for his career as well. Reports even came out stating that he was the second biggest babyface on SmackDown, right behind Drew McIntyre. That does not seem like the case because he couldn't even find a spot on WrestleMania either. In fact, the WWE did him so dirty. He lost a match to Austin Theory last night in clean fashion under 3 minutes. That tells you how much WWE cares about Ricochet or the IC title. I really hope that something changes and these two get booked better, somehow making it on the WrestleMania match card, because like I said, Finn Balor and the US title deserve better, and the same thing goes for Ricochet and the IC belt. I just don't know if that's going to happen. Anyways, that is it for the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. I'll see you all in the next video.